I'll take it. Are you okay? Oh, jeez. All that effort just to grow one ingrown root. I hate doing that. Forgive me, Allison, but could you climb up to my crown and get the leaf from up there? Why can't you have one of your flying children just pluck it up and grab it? Is this another test of my 11-year-old being? That's fine, because we are now left to our own devices, and before we go and grab that very useful item that we'll be using for a ton of stuff, we're actually going to head up here briefly. We Koraks pass most of our days far away from our sacred forest haven, raising new trees to foster healthy forests on the many islands of the Great Sea, and today is the one day out of the year they return home for their annual ceremony. It's like they really like to spread their seed far and wide, which is good. I mean, the world needs more CO2 emissioner uppers. And this will be Hollowst Forest Potion Shop. This is something that goes unnoticed by so many people, and it makes me sad because it's actually very useful. How's it going, buddy? Hello, swordsman. You seem to be in high spirits. So me, I'm using the fruit of the forest to create potions. I'm called Hollow. I wish I could create a potion that would help you, swordsman. The ones I have here only seem to work on my fellow Koraks. I don't know what it is about our ingestion system that makes it so difficult for humans to ingest, but if we get magic power, then he can give us a potion that can replenish it. And then if I have the right ingredients, then he'll make said potion. But he hasn't seen them in the forest, which is okay because, well, seeds from the flower monsters in Forbidden Woods happen to have these seeds that we need. Do you know about these seeds? Why, as a matter of fact, I do. And if I do say so myself, I've got a couple to go ahead and, there we go, hand over to my good friend here. How are these? You gave me a very vague description on what I was looking for, but by handing him 4 Bokobaba seeds, he will be able to make us a super replenishing potion that will be able to help. So, excellent. Thank you so much. This is so nice of you. You're incredibly accommodating. Although, I would say it seems a little inconvenient to have to jump up there every single time, but I appreciate it. Manjala Manjala Chowe! That's a little racist. But just by throwing in 4 little seeds into that giant concoction of a potion cauldron, he gives us something very useful, and this is why you probably want to pick up that empty bottle, is so that he can put a nice dose of blue potion in there. Yes, that last one we made did not go to waste. I'm sure that probably pissed somebody off, but excellent. So now we have a fairy and a blue potion, which means we are going to be good, but we are still lacking magic power. Interesting. But I'll have that hiding out there for now, and oh yeah, it even shows on the wall there, the Bokobabas. Nice, so flower plus seed plus evil flower means good stuff for swordsmen's. That's great. Okay, so now that we're all done here, I guess we could probably move on to bigger and better things. You, sir. Forbidden Woods were once our home. They were peaceful back then. I guess that our home should still exist somewhere deep within the woods. So, oh, stump-shaped houses. Okay, that's actually what we're gonna be going into right now. And this guy, I forgot your name. I meant to look it up before starting, but I completely forgot. You will forever be known as the winking, sarcastic side eye, Mr. Korok, and you are my best friend. So you know what? I think this deserves a celebratory photograph in commemoration of us meeting here today. How's it going, sir? This isn't a very good picture because it's inverted and weird, but thank you so much. You're the greatest. I will keep your photograph in my memories forever. So these stumps, or flowers, or whatever the hell they decide to call them, they will not only regain a small amount of magic once you go inside of them, because, spoilers, we're about to be introduced to that shortly, it also launches you pretty far. So that's nice. How do you do, sir? Mr. Ironing Board Face.
Wow, you're quite good at that, Mr. Knight. Just keep doing that until you get all the way up to the top. If you shoot out facing in the wrong direction, don't panic. You'll only fall to your death once or twice before you learn
that you can actually save yourself pretty easily out of those things. Those Baba Buds. We'll be fine. Let's go ahead and line ourselves up and hopefully not fall to our untimely crushing demise once we land in the water. And we'll go over here. Ooh, okay. This turns much more slowly than I remember. All right, let's take a little carefully there and forward. Yeah. Don't feel comfortable about the rate of rotation in this thing, but we're fine. And this place at night, man, I'm gonna have to leave for like 5 minutes and come back here because now we've got ourselves the deco leaf. Oh man, this is something that I absolutely adore using it. Not only can you plant your feet on the ground and just blow a gust of wind at any unsuspecting foe, but you can also use it to clear long distances using the wind, and it's kind of incredible because it also gives us our magic bar. I didn't realize that those were so mutually exclusive, and he will demand us to fly over there, which we will do eventually. But first, I'd like to take care of something while we're over here, and that is quite possibly the largest optional side quest that this game has to offer, and it's one of the reasons why I've been taking so many pictures of random friends and civilians and bosses, is so that we could complete some of this, or at least get it going. Now, to restore your magic power, of course, you've got potions, but you also have magic jars that you can collect by cutting down the grass, so it's wonderful. But as we step out over here, we get a nice little cinematic of a random hole in the ground. It's wonderful. So to get to that small island, which you can actually do much easier than what we're doing here, but this is how the game intends you to start it, we are going to change the wind's direction to, I believe, northwest? Something like that. I don't remember. And yeah, I guess so. Close enough. And those are some wonderfully cel-shaded grass blades there. And we're gonna go fly across with the Deku Leaf. God, I love the way that this looks. It's so good. Oh. But we also want to be a little bit careful that we break our fall when we drop down. Beautiful. So you'll notice that this area is actually completely opened up to us. And in case I haven't been completely transparent, this is definitely a New Game Plus file. Although I have not done any of the prerequisites for starting this quest, so this is a completely clean slate, and everything I'm doing here is going to be as if we're doing it for the first time. However, there's a ladder we can drop down to get here from before, and we've got ourselves the Palace of Figurines here in front of us. And the way that we're actually supposed to open this is that little switch up there, and in order to get to that, well, I say we go ahead and summon our good friend Mr. Seagull. Now, we haven't had a chance to use the Hioi pair yet, but by using it, it does allow us to take control of a seagull. One that is very ballsy and also very strange. I don't know what the hell the game developers were thinking when they made the decision to allow you to do this, but you just go ahead and sacrifice his body to go clip into that, and it'll be good. But it looks like there's a really unfortunate camera angle. An invisible wall there. There we go. Thank you. And there. And that would open the vault. That's all the membership you need. And, oh, I can't even go that way. Alright. It's a little restricted in where you can fly, but so long as nothing eats you and you don't get blown up or charged at or dropped on or killed, then you can essentially fly around as a seagull for as long as you want. I don't think you can even drown. It's kind of funny, but I would like to grab this real fast. Ooh, you bounce off water though. Maybe I'll try? There we go, wonderful. And once you're done with that, you can just press ZR and you can go back. But that's essentially how you're supposed to open up this vault, and I guess since we just picked it up, let's take a quick look. It's not really any of our business what people are saying, but thank you, Ariane. I appreciate it. So let's go and head into the Palace of Figurines for once and for all. Man, this place brings me back, I'm telling you what. Now, obviously, I will be doing all of this off-screen, essentially, unless we happen to get some pretty photorealistic opportunities with some very engaging people. But for the most part, I mean, this is where eventually we'll find all of the figurines. And like I said, you get basically no reward out of this. There's nothing special, and it's much easier to do on your New Game Plus file when you already have the Deluxe Picto Box, which at this point in the regular game, you would not be able to have. So, well, technically kind of, but welcome, Allison. Did you find me a new subject? Well, show it to me. All right, here you go. There's a couple of neat pictures I can show you. This is quite an inspiring motif. I'm filled with inspiration. Depending on who you show him, he'll say slightly different things, but for the most part, this criminy mushroom-ass nose dude will say the same thing over and over. And in the original GameCube version, he would take one entire day-night cycle in order to make one figurine from one color photograph. You cannot take black and white pictures for this guy. And on the HD version, I believe they changed it to 6 or so. But he does cut you off eventually and you're gonna have to leave, and it's kind of unfortunate in that sense. But with that having been all said and done, do you guys like that cut? It's pretty fancy, right? We'll go ahead and leave. As I said before, we'll do that all later. And now that we're all the way back out here, I will meet you guys back inside of the Forest Haven, and life will be good for us, because there's another area that I'd like to go ahead and take a quick look at before we continue into the Forbidden Woods. But for now, onwards! Oh no, I forgot my... Well, after that really embarrassing display of forgetting to equip certain leaves and things, we are back up to this platform that we left to fly across to the Palace Figurines. I completely forgot it was called that. And now we're actually going to go way above up here and hopefully make our way across to that area, which I think we can do with some nice little precision. We can also air pump. I think I forgot to mention that, but it's good for brushing off enemies whenever we're flying away. They feel like being jerks. Now we've got ourselves yet another desolate island, uninhabited by life or anything even remotely close to it, but it has a chest on it, so I think we gotta go visit it, right? I mean, it's only natural to go and do that. I know, we have a small child of the forest to save, but this is definitely more pressing. Wonderful, and I love how Link had to look away to do that. Alright, so make sure you're full up on magic, and then make the leap of faith. Are you guys ready? Here we go. You can do it! I love these cinematic angles, although maybe not so much that one. And Beetle's trying to follow us. Wonderful. Let's see, can I even do it? The wind is too powerful. I can't. Yeah, I missed it, damn it. That's fine. Now, of course, this isn't really an essential item you need to get. I would just recommend collecting it because it is a treasure chart, and you never know what good things will come out of, you know, collecting things off the seafloor. They typically tend to be some good stuff. So I guess now we could probably start heading off to the Forbidden Woods, so just give me a second. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back to the Forest Haven, and it's nighttime. The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. I had no idea that we had been playing for so long already, but let's go and rescue Makar. I think he is definitely kind of worried about where his friends are. He wouldn't have hopefully thought that the Deku Tree would have abandoned him. Hello, sir.
Hey, good Mr. Swordsman, you've already mastered using the Deku Leaf. It did take you 14 hours to get here, but you know what?
You're a human. I don't blame you. It's a bit of a steep learning curve. So that's okay. But this is the exit that leads to the Forbidden Woods, and technically we could reach that area from our boat, which is strange, right? But no need to worry, because this is just as well. So we've got to head way over there first, and it's just going to be a series of cyclones and wind bursts and updrafts, and that's alright.
Congratulations, Swordsman.
Man, these guys really lack all of the faith in the world that I would be able to get up here on my own. But there is home to the Forbidden Woods. We'll have to float over to the entrance from here using the Deku Leaf. I'm aware of that. I'm pretty sure everybody has told me that so far. But yes, as he's careful enough to mention, we're at the mercy of the wind. So we have to be really careful with how we use that and observe the direction it's going. It's kind of alright right now, but this is going to be like the 8th time I conduct this today. We're just going to go ahead and get it out of the way. So let's just move it just 45 degrees over here, perhaps. There. And now we can fly over there. You don't need that updraft in order to get to that island. You'll make it just fine from up here, but if you want to be on the safe side, feel free to do that. It's just so quiet and... How's it going? There's another guy here. Although his face this time is maroon. So, there we go. Fill up on magic. How do you do, sir? This must be a very lonely post.
Nice job, Swordsman. It looks like you've already mastered using Deku Leaf. You're a quick study.
Although I do recall the Great Deku Tree bestowing it upon you like 29 hours ago. What's going on? Like, sorry, dude. I had some pictures to drop off. So he's just going to be teaching us about the updraft. We already essentially know all that we need to about this particular vestige of knowledge, so thank you so much. But you're floating on high, just let the wind take you to the entrance. Will do, but we need the wind to be in that direction first, and then we'll be fine. So, thank you so much. We will go in the northwest direction once again, and obviously, as you can see, it's a little bit higher than our current position, so we are definitely going to need this updraft. So, yeah, how's your day going, dude? Hopefully it isn't too boring hanging out here all by yourself, but anyways, I think I'm off, so I'll see you later. This is a very strange perception of depth. Oh, it's much farther ahead than I thought. Okay, we're fine. Over here, we've got the addition of a new enemy called P-Hats. These guys are kind of pain in the asses. I am not a fan of them. Although they are kind of nice because if you use your grappling hook on them, they get near enough, then we can go ahead and procure another valuable item that has been eluding us for far too long. It's the golden feather. A certain strangeness emanates from the quill of this beautifully shining golden feather. Winged girls are said to be infatuated with these treasures. That's actually fantastic news. I think we know one or two of those winged females, but they fall down into the water. I don't think they die though. They might come back, but whew. Anyways, we should probably end things off. So ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ellison Cruz. My nose is starting to get stuffy. Join me next time as we enter the Forbidden Woods to rescue Makar and hopefully procure the Goddess of the Pearl. I'll see you next time.